do tend to have one of these at home. They're great for sitting on rather than your chair, because it does make you use your core muscles, makes you aware of using your core muscles. So we're going to do some sort of mixed stability exercises today. So if you have got a ball and you're not sure how to use it, this will help you. I'm going to give some different levels throughout the routine. You don't have to do everything. Some of it's quite challenging, some of it's nice and pleasant. So we're going to start kneeling with the ball in front of you. Placing both hands onto the ball, lengthen up through the spine, bring yourself into neutral. So lining up your knees through your hips to your shoulders. So we're going to start with a little roll down just to get some movement into your spine. So breath in, breathe out, drop your chin to the chest, and as you start to curl your upper back, roll your ball forward. Bringing your chest down to bring it in line as much as possible with your hips. Tuck the tail under and restack your spine as you bring the ball back towards you. And repeat. So breathing out. Roll the ball forward. So you end up resting on your forearms. Try not to suffocate yourself. Get the back as level as you can. Tuck your tail under. Rebuild your spine slowly. So you're working on that flexion into your spine. And repeat. Roll it forward. So this is really nice if your back's feeling a little bit tight or restricted. Make sure you use your core muscles, especially on the way up, if it's a bit tight in your lower back. So transferring that emphasis to your core. Let's do one more. And breathe out to come back up, slowly to standing. Now, leaning onto the ball, try and get yourself into a hands and knees position. So depending on the size of your ball, balls go from 55 centimeters up to 75 centimeters. You should have one that does fit your body size. So this one is just right for me, so 55. What I'm trying to do is to get into a hands and knees position, making sure the ball is between my ribs and my pelvis. So it's like that natural hollow there for the ball to fit into. Try not to do this after you've had something to eat though, because you will feel that it squashes the food inside your stomach, which is not pleasant. Bending your knees have created a right angle at the hip, just like you would do if you're on hands and knees. If you've long legs, your knees might be on the floor. I have short legs, so my knees are slightly lifted. Tuck your toes under. We're going to try a little bit of swimming. So looking down at the floor between your hands, breathe in. As you breathe out, slide, lift, opposite arm to leg. So extending the leg back out behind you. The height is not important. What I want you to focus on is the ball. Now if you find you're a little bit wobbly, pull your core in a little bit more, because you're lying on your core muscles against the ball. As you contract them, it's going to stabilize the ball. Now that's relatively simple. I do love this exercise. It's a little tedious, I know, but it's so good for lower backs. It works the little muscles up and down each side of your spine, so it does help strengthen your back. If your back is sore, this really does support you while you work those muscles. A bit like doing it in water. If you want to make it harder, as you take one leg back, try lifting both arms. Concentrate. Always a little bit wobbly on my left. Again, the leg doesn't have to be high. Oops, a bit wobbly on that side, as always. Okay, last two. If you can't manage both arms and one leg, obviously don't try both arms and both legs. Go back to one arm and one leg, worth a try. You could come a little bit further forward, so slightly extend your legs, and see if you could do it the other way around. So you could do one arm and both legs. Not so easy. So that would be more for somebody who's quite advanced or exceptionally strong. See, left side always lets me down. Concentrating. And again. Whew, have a little breather. So just relax over the ball. Knees to the floor, arms wide, and just let your head low over the ball. So you're just stretching out your back a little bit from that. makes the next exercise. So this is for your push-ups. So walk your hands forward. You could get the ball underneath your pelvis. You could walk further forward so it's underneath your thighs or even underneath your shins. Have your hands a little bit wider, fingers slightly turned in. Breathe in, keep the body in a straight line and bend your elbows. Lowering the chest down. Try not to let the ball move. Breathe in and out. Slowly. Mind your nose doesn't have to touch the floor, but try and focus on your neutral spine position. So keep your neck in line with your spine. Try not to tuck your chin in, scrunch the shoulders, or look up. That puts pressure on your lower back if you lift your chin. Not nice. Try and keep the neck in line with your spine. Point your toes and straighten the legs. And as usual, I've lost count. Let's do 4 more. And 3. The slower you do it, the harder it is. Last one. And walk your hands back. Bring your feet to the mat. Open the knees. Sit back on the heels. Roll the ball forward as you go into child pose. Oh, absolute bliss after that. And then come out of it gently. Excellent. Okay, come and sit on the ball. Start at the back of your mat if you're using a mat. Check your position, make sure you're neutral. Now we're going to walk forward this time. So walk your feet nice and slowly. If you're a bit unstable, put the hands onto the sides of the ball, hands across the chest, or you can hold them out in front, wherever you feel most comfortable with. As you walk forward, curl the spine so each part of your back connects with the ball. Keep going, lifting your hips till your head and shoulders rest comfortably on the ball. And then tuck in the chin, walk your feet back, press your back into the ball, and you round up automatically up into a sitting position. It's really nice on the lower back. And again, so tuck under, hands can be inside of the ball if you're a bit wobbly mind. Walk forward in as much of a straight line as possible. Squeeze your buttocks. So you're looking for the straight line again, like we did before, but the other way around, through the knees, hips to the shoulders. Tuck the chin in, press your back into the ball. Walk your feet back and roll back up into a sitting position. It does get easier. And repeat. So tuck under, use your core muscles. This is all core strength to control the ball. Hold, breathe in, breathe out. Tuck in the chin, press the back gently against the ball as you walk your feet slowly back up to sitting. Let's do once more. And again, walk forward. Head and shoulders onto the ball. Breathe in, breathe out. Tuck in the chin, press the back against the ball and walk back towards the ball and back up to a sitting position. Excellent, well done. Now we're going to walk forward into that position again and stay there. So wherever it feels comfortable for your arms, out the front, holding the ball or across the chest, away you go. Try and keep the ball in control so that you're walking forward in a straight line. And then squeeze your bum to keep those hips where they are. Hands are going to go across the chest. Keep the head on the ball. So we're going to work on that spinal mobilization again. So just drop your hips down towards the floor, not necessarily touching the floor, but what you're trying to do is to curl your spine around the ball, squeeze and lift. And again, keeping the head on the ball. So you're bending your spine the opposite way from when we did the roll down. Use your bum. So squeeze those glutes to press your hips back up. Now dig your heels in, lift the chest as you round up into an abdominal curl and look at your toes. And then release. And again, little abdominal curl. And release, head goes to the ball. 2 more. Try and keep your legs like 2 parallel lines, so dig your heels. Lumbar spine comes onto the ball. Okay, let's repeat those 2 exercises, but we'll alternate. So we'll start by just dropping the hips down. Lift back up, squeeze your buttocks, curl the head and shoulders, look at your toes. Come back into position, so squeeze the glutes, drop the hips down, squeeze and lift, curl the head and shoulders, look at your toes. And back to the start position. Number 3, hips down, squeeze and lift, push back. Excellent, last one. And on to a roll cow. And back to the start to finish. Arms up, tuck in the chin, walk your feet back as you press your back into the ball and come back up to sitting. Nicely done. Okay, let's lie on the floor. And pop your feet up onto the ball. Sit. So we're going to just push the ball out slightly, just have a little bit of a stretch. Have your legs parallel with the ball resting in the back of your ankles. So we have lots of natural curves throughout the body. We found 1, well we found 2 already. So here, where the ball fitted naturally between your rib cage and your hips, or your pelvis, your lumbar spine area, as we fitted the ball into the lower back. Now we're going to use the legs. So this one is the feet. Then you have another one in the backs of your legs. Obviously, we could use the knees as well. So this time I want you to get your ankles onto the ball, stretch your legs out, hands down by your side. We're going to go into the 100. We're going to do it for 10 breaths. Do what you can. If you need to have a breather, please do. So curl up into that abdominal curl, lift your arms, point your toes, squeeze your legs together, make sure you're neutral, breathe in and pulse for 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to make it harder, lift one leg. And 6. And 7. Change legs for 8. 9. And 10. And rest it down. Just roll the ball in to bring your knees in towards the chest, just to relax those abdominal muscles. Well done. Oh, getting a little bit of cramp in my foot with that. Excellent. Oh, well done. Okay, let's get a little bit more movement into the legs. So hands down by your side. Legs are in tabletop. The ball is now underneath your feet, so it's fitted into the curl of your underfeet. Lift your left foot, roll the ball out, catch it with the heel and draw it back so that the feet come back and change. So it's like a single leg stretch. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. So that's the lower level. If you prefer, you could just do 5 with the right, 5 with the left, rather than alternate left and right. To make it a bit more challenging, as you roll the ball away, extend the other leg vertically, bring them back and change. Keeping your pelvis as still as you can. Shoulders pressing down, ribs pressing down into the mat. So you're maintaining neutral the whole time. You don't want your pelvis to be rocking side to side or tilting forward and back. Last one. Last 2. Nice. Roll the legs out. Excellent. Have a stretch. Ooh. Nice little gentle one, that one. Okay, now bend Bend your knees. Bring the ball in. Lift up into an abdominal curl. Bring your hands down by your side, so you're more or less back into that 100 position. So this time, I'm going to take the arms over your head, roll the ball out with both legs, and then release. Holding that abdominal curl, so it's a double leg stretch. So roll and in. Your focus, keep your chin to the chest and your pelvis still. Watch as your arms come up, that they don't pull your head and shoulders backwards. So you're using your abs to keep that shoulder girdle as still as possible. Look between your inner thighs. And rest, well done. Roll the legs out. Roll the ball out, stretch the legs, arms over. Oh, nice big stretch. And then relax. Excellent, okay. Let's transfer the ball to your hands. Hold it straight up in front, legs out in front. We're going to do a full roll up. Always a bit tricky from the start. So take the ball over your head, tap the floor, lift it up, tuck in the chin, press your back into the mat and roll up to sitting. Reach forward. Point the toes, roll the ball back up the legs, lift as you roll down and take it over your head. Tap the floor, float it up, tuck in the chin. Roll the ball to the end of your feet. Roll it back as you go all the way down. Ball over your head. Lift, tuck in the chin. Press your back into the mat. Ball comes to the shins. Roll it down as you go to your spine stretch. And back up to sitting. Take the ball above your head and roll back down. Again, this time as you get to the floor, hold the ball up in front of you. Tuck in the chin, press your back into the mat, reach the ball to the ceiling as you come up into sitting, keeping the ball still, and down again. And keep the ball straight up in front. Tuck in the chin, breathe out, and reach. And down. And one more time. Oh, quite tough. And rest. Put it onto the feet, roll it down into that spine stretch. So you're just stretching this bit out. Okay, excellent. So come up onto your knees. We're going to do some sideline exercises. Whoops, using my tissue, with the ball. So have the ball at your side and just push it away arm's length. Roll onto the ball. So as you do that, take your leg out. The ball now fits nicely into your waist. Pop your hand that's on the ball behind your head and stretch the other one up towards the ceiling. Breathe out as you press your ribs into the ball and just reach up. So this is your sideline obliques exercise. We have done this versions of with the red ball, the 9-inch red ball and the 12-inch grey ball. It should feel here. It's where you should feel. It's a tiny little movement. And to ball. And then bring the hand back down. Okay, lift this leg hip height. Flex the foot and float it forward. As the foot comes forward, don't let the ball move and take it back. And forward. Nice and slowly point to reverse. Breathe out, bring it forward. Breathe in, take it back. And forward. Try and keep the leg hip height. If you can, it will want to drop. It's quite a toughie. And then come back to the start position. Don't let the leg drop and go up and down, up and down. Breathe in, through out. 2 more. These are tough, so I'm going to do them in sets of 5. Now bring the leg forward and rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back and repeat. Little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and come down gently. Lovely. Come back up onto your knees. It's a killer. Hand to the ball, arm out, and a mermaid stretch. So you're stretching out that side of the body. And release. Whew, warm now. And again. And release. Let's repeat on the other side. So ball to the side, arm length away, stretch the leg out, roll onto the ball. Arm out, hand behind your head. You're pressing the ribs against the ball as you reach that arm towards the ceiling. Nice small movements. Try not to rush it. And aim for about 10 to 12 repetitions. Think about your alignment, ear, shoulder, hip to ankle. So avoid the shoulder coming forward. Try and keep your ball under control. Use your tummy muscles. Don't let your extended leg drift backwards. Ooh, that'll do. Hand to the ball. Okay, lift that leg forward and back. Not worried about how far forward you get the leg, it's not about that, but try and keep your leg level with your hip, which is quite tough. Flex to bring it forward, so you're stretching the hamstrings, and point to take it back. 2 more. You know me, can't count, I think there's possibly an extra 1 on this side, but that's okay, this is my stiffer side. So back to the center, and then go up and down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward and rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Check your ball's not rolling backwards. Try and keep your shoulders and hips stacked. Take the leg back and repeat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down gently. Oh, yeah. Good job. Arm out, hand onto the ball, mermaid stretch to release. And back. Excellent. Second time. And release. Lovely. Okay, let's get you back down onto the floor. This time, popping your feet up onto the ball, getting the ball into that natural curve of the feet, and then roll it out. Just have a little stretch. After all that, at least your chest stretch is quite nice. Keep your toes on the ball so it doesn't disappear. Whew. Really warm now. Okay, so feet are going to stay on the ball, hands down by your sides. We're going to do some little bridges, but coming up as high as possible. Try not to let the ball move, so this is quite tough. Legs at the right angle, position to start. So tilt the pelvis, press your back into the mat, squeeze your glutes and lift as high as you can. Hold, and then roll it down slowly. Lower back into the mat, roll back to neutral. Try not to let the ball move. Keep your arms down by your sides. Don't worry if you're using the arms to give you that little bit of support. Aim for a straight line if you can, from the shoulders, hips to the knees, just like you would do normally, but trying to keep the ball still. A secret to do this is to try and keep your feet firm on the ball and to press through the 3 connection points, your big toe, little toe, center of the heel. I know for a fact my right leg always wants to roll, and lift the big toe off the ball. So try and keep your focus on those 3 points. It helps keep your ball still. Actually works the backs of the legs more. Also, if you can focus on that symmetry. Oh, stretch the ball out. Keep the ankles on the ball. Flex your feet, squeeze your buttocks and lift. A second time, again. Oh, that's good. And lower. No spine roll this time. Just squeeze your bum and lift. Pressing the backs of the legs into the ball. That's a lovely stretch into the hip flexors. And down. And 2 more times. And down. Excellent. Last one. And lovely. Down. Oh, advanced people, if you want to try something a little harder, come back up and hold and take one leg up. Return it to the ball. Change legs. Aim for 4 on each side, if you can. 2 on each side, however, is enough for me. Oh, and then come back in. Hug the knees in tight. And lift the head and shoulders. Oh, excellent. Now, I'm going to get you to just pop your feet each side of the ball. And lift the legs into tabletop. So you're holding the ball at the sides with your ankles and take your arms out to your sides. Try and keep your knees at the right angle and gently roll to one side and back to the center and to the other. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in as you straighten. Okay, last 2. But you could stay at that level if that's challenging enough for you, or you could extend the legs and repeat. The balls are surprisingly heavy in this position. Let the hips roll, but try not to let your ribs roll. Now, a lot of people find this really tough. It can be a bit crampy. Personally, I find it not too bad. Good for the waist. Okay, last 2. And last one. And then come back down. Oh, roll the ball out and stretch. Okay, coming back in. So we're going to go back to having just the feet on the ball. This time pop your hands behind your head so you're cradling the back of the head with both hands. We're going to do a little bit of crisscross. Some basic abdominal curls, so just lift up into that ab curl and release. It gives you a little bit of time to get your breath back after your hip rolls. Last one. So again, just trying to target those oblique muscles. We're going to take it into a crisscross. So this time you're going to round up and then twist, right shoulder to left knee, roll the ball away with the right foot and draw it back. Keep that ab curl and switch sides. So lifting one foot off the ball, just like we did earlier, as our prep for this. So twist, use the hands to support the head. As you roll the ball out, you could bring the knee in more. It helps stabilize the hip to create more twist at the waist. Lovely. Last 2. Last one. And down. Hugging the knees in tight. And stretch out, full body stretch. Excellent. Okay, finish off with some stretches. So you could do your piriformis stretch by bringing the ball in with the bent leg. So one foot across the knee, pull the ball in towards you with your foot, push that knee away with your hand. So just stretching into the outer thigh, into your hip joint and into piriformis, that little muscle underneath your glutes. Ooh, and change. Nice way to do your piriformis stretch. Gently push, but concentrate on pulling that ball in. You need bare feet or sticky socks to make sure that your foot stays on the ball and that you can control it. And release. You might want to transfer the ball to your hands. Take the ball over your head as you go into your inner thigh stretch. So just letting your knees drop out to each side. And then relax. Take a few minutes to relax, because that's been quite a tough little workout, a good half-hour workout. You could join it together with the first ball routine that we did 3 weeks ago. It's on the YouTube channel. That's a little bit easier, so the two together builds up your strength to do what we've done today. Alternatively, get rid of the ball and do one of our other shorter videos using, say, a band or the magic circle. Hope you're all keeping well. Please do subscribe to our channel. You can click on the button just below us. And we'll see you all soon. Take care now. Bye.